Okay. Yeah, they use it on daily life. Yeah. Imagine what life would be without Google.com. How would your assignments? How would you be able to do your assignments? Have you ever thought of that? If there was no Google.com, how would you be able to do a lot of your assignments? Yeah, read a book, but how many books do you want to read? Like, how would you be able to find out that there's a country in Asia, or like there's a country in South America? Like questions about who the governor, who the presidents of those countries are. It'll be like a lot of work. Yeah, it'll be. It's not like you won't be able to do research. It's just that it'll be harder. I mean, I remember that when I had, while I was in middle school, there wasn't Google.com, or it was not common where I was. There wasn't Google.com. So, whenever a teacher asks us question, you will first of all go around to everyone old enough, quite old, to see if they have the answers. And if they don't, then you go to the library and start looking at different sections in the library for your answer. But right now, it's just a question of who's the president of USA, and you type it in and you have your answer. So yeah, those a lot of this website makes life easy for us. And who developed this website? Who do we think developed those websites that we now know of a lot? People, yeah, a coder, a software engineer. So that's how this website came to being. Bill Gates. I don't think Bill Gates himself built a website, but yeah, he is into tech. So before they come up with this all Google.com, what the Google.com would look like, what YouTube would look like, what name it, what any website will look like. I'm sure that we have like a couple of even websites that we draw on just to know how to make doodles and stuff like that. So before they come up with it, they first of all have to sit down and think about how do we make this. Like it would not make sense for you to just, as for example, if you're in a fine arts class and you need to draw, you're usually being told what to draw, right? Yeah, you're being told what to draw. Oh, today we're going to be drawing a car. Today we're going to be drawing um, fruits, things like that. So it's the same thing with and software when you develop a website, you first of all need to create a mockup, or it's mostly known as a wireframe. So you create something like this saying, oh, I need to create a page that would allow people to put in a question. And when you get the question, it returns an answer. So before a website is created, generally you create a mockup. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to become a software engineer. So we're going to be trying out something cool. Yay, I can see Desiree looking excited. So yeah, it's time for us to go become a software engineer. The major page that I'll be using for like to show us like what's going on is this page. Now, this is just like a simple web page that I came up with just for us to see how it looks like and play with. So, this is what the page looks like. Just small information here and there. And then if we come here and we click the about, it takes us to like a different section of the page. And if we click the timeline, it takes us to another segment of the website. So who's ready to get their hands dirty building a website? Can I hear like a yay and a wave of hands? Cool. So cool. Thanks. So to create our websites, we're going to be getting a pen and a paper. See, this is how mine looks. And now looking at this website, so what do you think what do you think you can see on the website? For me, I'd say I feel like a header where like a menu bar where you pick your options, right? And then I see another place where images are flowing. And then I see another segment where like there are a bunch of text, just a bunch of text. And yeah, another bunch of text. So I like us to like put that into a drawing, just like something like this. So you guys want to do that, and when you're done, you just show me there your camera like this. So I would also draw mine. So let's get our hands dirty. Your pen, your paper. And don't worry, you don't have to be like an exceptional artist. Like I don't need to draw something quite exceptional. I'm not I'm not the best fine artist either. Not to say that I am actually a fine artist. So I'm almost done with mine. Who's done with theirs?
What do we draw?
It's just like how what do you think you see on the page? Like how do you think the page came into being? It's like something like this. So I'm done drawing mine and I hope you guys can see it. Can you guys see? So like for me, what I see is there's a header with an image and then like a couple of menu bar to click on. And then like I see a slider, like a slideshow or slider where like a couple of images are dancing around. And then I see like a section whereby it says talks about the person. And then the last part I see like a timeline. So I just made it into boxes. So like this box is a timeline. This box is about, and then there's a slider, and then there's a menu with the image, and yeah. So do you get that? Do we understand that? Yes, no, maybe, not really, kind of.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I need us to draw us. Oh, so Alexandra says no. Just draw what you see on the board. It doesn't have to be exceptional. Like just draw what you see. And if all you see on the board is just like a box, like if all you see is uh just a page like this, yeah, that works too. Well, like for me, what I see is I see like when you're creating a mock-up, the old page you just make it into like a full box, like a big box, and then you put out the sections into smaller chunks. So like I see that there's a part that has an image and menu like home, about, timeline. So what did I do? I just drew a box at the top of my bigger box. I put like it's the header, and then there's an image. So I just write the word image. I didn't draw what I saw. You don't have to draw what you see. So when you're creating when you're creating wireframes, you're not necessarily drawing like, oh, I see an image, I'm trying to draw an image. Because if you notice, for a lot of websites that you like, they change the pictures of what you see. They change the kind of logos you see. For example, Google.com. There was a time it was just all um there was a time that the shape of Google itself is different from what we have now. So like things like that don't really matter. It's just like what are the basic things that make up what you see. So I see an image, so I put image, and then I put this section into it. And then I see like a slider, so I put that into it. Then I see like there's a place where it talks about whoever is doing owns the page. Yeah, yay! Look at has an image. Let me see it.
Mateo was having a hard time understanding what what is going on. Is he supposed to be looking at what you're showing on the screen and writing about that, or is he supposed to go to a different website and write what he sees?
It's supposed to draw about what he sees on the side.
Right here.
So like, what do you think you see on the side? I'm not asking you to like draw the image of what you see scrolling by. No, it's just like, what do you see on the side? So I'm looking out for other people's image. Luca, I see that you were putting up yours. Eniola, yeah, I see in the. Let me see this next video. Okay, yeah. So I see a header. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Coin installer. It's kind of hard for me to see, but okay, yeah, that's cool. You know, like about menu and co. Yeah, it doesn't have to come out. Yeah, it doesn't have to come out exactly. Desiree, can you show me yours again? Pictures, pictures. Yeah. Okay, Caleb. Yeah, nice. Who else? Marianne, Mateo. Okay.
I mean,
Image scrolling. Yeah, image scrolling. Yeah, that's true. After the image scrolling, do you see anything else, Matthew? Uh, I think there's just like other parts with text in it. Cool. You don't have to write the text. It's just like make a diagram of what you see. Like see, I didn't write anything about like on the board, like on the website. I can see like who am I, what I do, but I didn't write anything like that. I just wrote the various boxes of what you have. Like I have a big box that represents the whole page. Then I have a box on top that says, "Oh, there's something going up here." It's an image and a couple of menu: home, about, timeline. If you want, you could actually write all that out. And then I was like, this is a slider showing various scrolling images. Some of us actually drew arrows showing that it's a scrolling image, which is pretty good. And then another part you write, oh, what do you see? You see a box of who you are and stuff like that. Let me see the slide. Uh, okay, Miriam. Yeah, I can. What did you write at the bottom of the page? Can you like type that out? Okay. Some of us don't understand what we're doing yet. Uh, I don't know, Marianne. It's hard for me to think. Maybe you wrote about timeline. Oh wait, let me see it again. Put it up. Did you think? It's hard for me to read. Please just type it out.
I think she typed on what do you think? Right.
Okay, what do you think? Okay. I don't know. Boxes about timeline. Okay, I'll go over it again. And like I'm trying to see there's like another website that I want to pick up for us. Google.com. So let's see Google.com. So now this is Google.com. What I asked us to do is, oh, okay. So someone said they got kicked out. So I'll do like a little rerun of what we discussed. So yeah, we're talking about how to make wireframes, like how to design the pages that you see in a website before you start making out the code. Because if you don't think about something or you don't have a mental picture of it, it's hard for you to like write the code for it. For example, if you're in a fine arts class and a teacher comes into the class and says, draw something. Generally, they'll tell you, oh, draw a car, draw a chair, draw a museum, something like that. And even if they don't tell you what exactly to draw, by the time you pick your pen, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be drawing, for example, I'm going to be drawing a PES game, what it looks like, what the box looks like. But you always have to have something in your mind before you start putting your pen to paper and creating what you want. So likewise, and when you're creating a website, you make a drawing of what you want to achieve, and then from there you take it up, and then you can now say, oh, I'm going to start with this. So what do I need to be able to create, like an about box, and then you put all those things out. But if I don't have like this drawing, I'll just be modeling things up, and it will be hard for me to like come up with something concrete, or it would take longer to actually design to write the code that makes this. So now I opened a google.com page. This page is pretty simple and easy, but I want us to like create a wireframe for it. Uh, so can we all do that?
Okay, so we got uh, some people can't see what you do. Is there possible to maybe change the lighting or something? Or yeah, and someone asked whether it's like designing a poster,
Whether it's what?
whether this is like designing a poster.
Uh, not in a way. It depends. I would say no, but then I would say yes. So it's like designing it. What do you think comes into play when you design a poster, Fadi? Just to be sure that we're on the same page. What do you say? Yes, like something design something like yes. So if that's what you mean, yes. So for example, to come up with this Google, you know what? I'll just use I'll use Paint to create it so that it's easier for us to see what I did. For example, now we have a google.com page. What do I see? Initially, all I see is a big box. That's why you used to signify the whole page that you see. A big box. Now, I come back here. What's the next thing I see? Oh, I see like a chunk of stuff to the right hand side, like Gmail images, whatever this is, and an image. I don't need to come in and start writing out Gmail images and stuff like that. So what I'll just do is pick another box and use it to signify that there's something going on to the right. And now the next thing I see is, oh, while something is going on to the right. Yeah. Oh, thanks, a waffle. I didn't know that's the name. Thanks, Desiree. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Cool. So then the next thing I notice is that there's this round image going on here. So that's it. Now I come back to this page. What else do I see? I see like an about and stuff. So that's like a couple of menu to the left hand side. Oh, that's not what I want. Another round of boxes. Cool. Now in the middle, I see like a chunk of various things, but I'm not that particular, so I'll just put everything in a box. We come here and we make another box. So this is where Google and the search button is. Now there seems to like be like a couple of footer, 1, 2. So that means I'll come here, make a footer. Then here again, make another one. Now this might not have exactly everything that is on this page, but you have an idea of what's going on here when you see this. Like when I have this, I'm able to like say, oh, what am I starting off with in designing my page? I'm starting off with the left hand box. So then I go into my code, I write the about the store, and I make, oh yeah, now I'm done with this part of my code. And then I move on to the other left, to the right. I'm like, oh yeah, it has Gmail, images, and a waffle. And then I do that. Now it is an image. And then I do the same for the center, the two bottom. So like that's how you create the wireframe and then you make the code. Now for this, I'm gonna save this one. Wireframe one. Okay. Yeah, cool. Ready? So does anyone else to have question about what a wireframe looks like someone's face? Does anyone have a question? Is anyone still confused about what a wireframe is? Okay, Eniola, what's your question? What part don't you understand, Lope? Oh, yeah, it's like a rough copy. So Desiree was telling me that this is a waffle. Designing the wireframe. So I'll say it again. A wireframe is just like creating like a sketch of what you want your final code to, of what you want your website or your page to look like. Yes, people make wireframes on people make wireframes on what's the word? People make wireframes on their computers. It does not have to be pen and paper. It's just that it's easier to just make the sketches on pen and paper. So do we have any more questions before we move on to the next thing? I'll take it as a no question. And I'll appreciate if we can all signify if we understand what a wireframe is so far. Somebody? Anybody? Yeah. Yay. Who else? Kinda. That's a starting point. Cool. A bit. Yeah, cool. Uh, I think let me just to ensure that I did. I'll do the mock-up of the other website that I showed us, and he does a header.
Hi, Funke.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm just dropping by, and I've been here for about 5 minutes, and just want to thank you for facilitating this session for us. I see a few known faces there. Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Adi.
Hi.
Um, I hope you're having a good time learning some coding today. We're very happy that you're able to join the session and learn something new. Um, your teacher is very knowledgeable, and I just want to tell you that she works at Amazon. If you don't know, and she codes, she writes codes. So this is a possibility for you in the future that you would be like her, be able to code and work in a prestigious place. So she's not just a teacher; she's uh, she's a professional, and don't only learn, you have somebody to look up to in the process. Well, I'm just stopping by. Sorry for interrupting your session.
No
I'm gonna go
problem.
now.
Thanks for coming by.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. So like this is me making a sketch of what we had before. I'll just give it names. This is like an about section. Some call this slider. So that will be slideshow. Whatever name you want to give it. Image. Yeah, this is an image. And I think minute. So yeah, I've done it again for this page. You don't have to do like something extraordinary to make like a wireframe. Mm, yeah, we you give it a title, but when you're making a wireframe, it's not really important because at the end, like for example, here, if you look at the Google.com page, on the top you see the name Google and you see a logo. Also here, this has like a title and then a logo. But generally, you don't like make a title on the exact page because you don't need that. But and actually, to make you feel better, I stay away from giving stuff titles and names at work. So you're not the only one. So now we move on to the next thing. We move on to the next thing. We've all done some amazing wireframes. Came out in different forms, I must say. But cool. So the next step is I'm going to be creating an empty file on the desktop. Um, please follow along. So this is my desktop. I right click and then it shows me various options. And then I go and say I want to make a text document. Now this text document, I'm going to say trying out and the end, instead of .txt, I'm going to change to HTML. If you change the file name extension, it might not be usable, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I just want it to be an HTML. Now, you see that it looks like a website page, right? Yeah. If I click it, it's just going to give me nothing. But that's what a website, that's how you start over your website. Nothing and becomes something. So can we all do that? Um, you just go to your page and you right click. So like right click, which I know it to be a bit confusing because it shows left right, but it's upside down. So it's like right click. So I'm pressing this right click, and then I go to new and I click text document, and I'll give it again another name. Yeah, we're making a new document. Trying out two. And then you see that there's a .txt there. I'm gonna be like, I don't want txt. I want it to be HTML. Boom. It gives you this notification of if you change the file name extension, it might become unusable, blah blah blah. But we want it, so I click on yes. And now it looks like a web page. Yeah. Okay, I can see some people dancing. It's interesting. But yeah, that's cool. So I click on it again. It shows me what? Nothing. Because what did we create? We just created an empty page. You don't have to name it trying out to the yeah, trying out to.html. Change the name to trying out to.html. I'm not particular about the name you call it. You can whatever name you've been trying to call a website that you create, please do that. What part is not working, Lope? No, you don't. So if you're using your laptop, this is going to be hard to see. This is my laptop, and I'm going to right click again.
So do we have to open a new doc?
Yeah, you're pretty much creating a new document. So it's just go to your desktop, right click. It's
Okay.
not necessary that you do this. It's just like I like it when you have like a personal feel of it on your personal laptop. Would use one compiler for the most part. But yeah, right click and you come here.
So if I'm on Google, I can go to my drive and open a new doc.
Uh, you can do that, but I'll prefer that you do it on like your desktop itself.
How do we do it on the desktop?
So if you can see my screen, I generally would come to the bottom and like click. So if I have like a page open before and I come here and I click this, everything disappears. So we can try that.
Oh.
So I have this open and I don't want to see that. So I just come in and I'm like, okay, if you're using a Chromebook and you're not able to do it, that's fine. Let's move on to the next thing. Yeah. Now the next thing is we go to one compiler. I know we've all been asked to create accounts, so I would assume that we've all done that. For the time being, I'm just not going to log in. I'm just gonna have this. Uh, Blockfire, what are you confused about? And then, um, how do you change the document to a browser file? So, yes, to change it, that's a good question. Thanks for asking that. To change it to a doc what's your question again? To change it to a browser file, you like, let me just create a new one. See, click on new document, trying out three. Now you see that there's a part at the end where you, after you write trying out three, you see .txt. Now I'm just gonna use my either use my mouse or use my keyboard to like go to the end of the .txt, and I'm going to clear that off. I'm removing the .txt. I'm going to change it to HTML. It gives you this pop up. I click yes, and now it's a browser file. Okay, yeah. I mean, I can create about. I would create three more for us. If you don't get any pop up, it's fine. It's not necessary. Trying out for. See, I use my cursor to go to like the end, and then I click txt. I want it to be HTML. Even when you change it to .txt, even when you change it to .html, if it happens that when you change to .html, it does not show you any pop-up, it does not show you any pop-up whatsoever, you can easily just right-click it and say open with Microsoft Edge. It still brings me here. Now let me try this. I'm not sure if it would do the same, but it's worth trying. Tests. You right click it. Should it up. Now all this that I'm doing is not necessary. You don't have to disturb yourself about this. It's just I'm trying all the options we have. Yeah, it opens. Oh, I am. I don't think I am. Do I look frozen to anyone?
Don't look frozen to me.
Ah, okay. So maybe it's your network. But yeah, let's go into the one compiler. Do we all have our one compiler account open in front of us?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I would like to see more yes or no's in the chat so that it makes me know how many people. Um, Father, I can check in with you on that later, but I just want us to be on the same page for the one compiler. So I have one, two, three, 4, 5 out of 20 people. I need more yes.
Mateo sent a yes to me, so that's a 6.
Okay. 7, 8. I need 12 more yes. Do you want me to call your names out if I don't see your yes? Yeah. I see another yes. Yeah, just send me a yes or I have to call your name out and ask for your yes. So I'm
I'm
asking if you've been able to open your
confused
one
where we are
compiler.
Yes.
Okay.
because I copied your code, so I'm not sure what the problem is.
You copied what code? Who am I
The
speaking
code
with?
on your screen.
Oh, you don't have to copy it. I just want you to open the page. That's all.
How do we do that? Uh,
I remember that a couple of over the week, like we had we got a couple of mails that said we should have a one compiler account set up. So normally, if you just
I wasn't there,
let
and
me.
I'm late in this meeting.
Did you get any mail over the course of the week?
The only mail my mom got was the only mail my mom got was for tomorrow, not for the week, for today.
Uh, did she get any mail about creating a one compiler account?
Did you get any mail about creating an account?
They need me in this class. I'll call you back. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning. So there were a couple of mails sent to the participants about creating a one compiler account.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, this is your account.
Okay.
Oh yes, I already set that up for him. I think he just didn't get it that set it up. I did.
Okay. Thank you.
Put in your login in details here. So is that where he needs to go to? Put in your email, sflandit10. Is that it?
Yeah. So we
Okay.
need to go there. Uh,
Sorry, we're late. I thought it was 10:30. I apologize.
no worries. Luca, you said your sister is having issues. What exactly is the issue? Talia, what's the issue you're having?
Pardon? Stand up. Let me sit down here.
So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's hard for me to read the yes now. But I know that there are people that haven't said either they're able to or not able to. You couldn't open a new tab. Um, what device are you using, Luca? What device are you using, Luca? Seb, do you want to like help them look into that?
I
Thank you.
don't know. I have a tab but don't know what to do.
7. So like we have like 12 of us that said yes. So that means there are a couple of other people that they yet to signify if they have it on. Archangel, you have yours. Frank, I'm not seeing a yes from you. And
Yes, I have mine.
okay, cool. Adekoya.
I'm
Ebon.
logged in now.
I'm saying, do you have your one compiler account open?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Um, who else? What about Frank?
What about Fran?
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking Frank. If Frank has his one compiler account open. I just want you to have the page open. Like all I want is just to be able to see it. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I just want to know that you have it right in front of you. That's all I care
Okay.
about. Most likely when you open your one compiler account, it might show you like this, and I'll just
It
it.
doesn't show me that.
Okay, what do you see?
I don't have Hello World Java.
Okay, what do you see?
I see index.html
Okay, yeah,
doc type.
that's perfect. That's what I want us to be able to see. But I know some of us will see this. That's why I brought us to this page.
Okay.
Cool. So Frank, you're yet to tell me if you're able to see what I'm saying. Except you're not a student. Cool. Yeah, this year I think you guys are meant to have set it up over the week, but if you don't, all I really want right now is for you to see what I see. So next question is, some of us have like us showing HTML. I want to ask if the group of people that have their showing Java. Do we have anyone that belongs to that category? Yes, no, maybe.
What do you mean by that?
So like if you come to the one compiler page, there's new and something here. Some
There's
of us
new.
have
It
new.
shows HTML for me.
Yeah, if you see HTML, perfect. That's what I wanted to show. Perfect. But if you see Java, I like it to signify. What next thing I'm about to say is not for those that see HTML. If you're on HTML, you're good. Yeah, some of us who see Java. Those are the people that that the next information is for. So for those of us that see Java, right now I'm assuming that one, two, only three people can see Java, and that's Maria, Fade, and Alexandra. So if I give this next set of instruction and someone else that does not belong to the three of them speaks up, okay, yeah. So Talia, that's four. So if I give the next set of instruction, I'm only expecting four people to say they do understand or they don't. Are we all on the same page? Yes, no, maybe, kinda. Okay, now it's five. Cool,
So
yeah.
we should be on HTML.
Yeah, it should be on HTML, but if you're not, um, I'll tell you how to get there. So now if you're not on HTML, if you're on Java, see the part that says Java, click on it. Now when you click on the Java, you see HTML as one of the list of languages that you see. Yeah, so now I click on HTML and some drama happened and now we're here. So what do we see now? HTML. So now do we all see HTML?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Oh,
Yes.
you can just type yes. So also, I kind of think I like when I see the chat than when you speak, because when you speak, it's hard for me to know who's speaking. But when I see the chat, I know like the people that were in communication. So we all see HTML, yay! Does anyone else see Java? Going once, going twice. Do you see Java? No. Cool. So now I move on to the next. Who is Archangel? So, Shola, for me, do you see HTML?
I see HTML.
Perfect.
But who's Archangel?
I don't know. Archangel, please, what's your real name? Or what's your full name?
My real name is Akinjo.
Okay, cool. Now, we've answered the question of what do we see. We see HTML. What does it mean now? Most times, I like to take us here. What is HTML? The full word for it is hypertext markup language. It's a long word. I generally don't remember what it means. So I don't expect you to cram it up. But it's just like it's the language they use in creating your web pages. So like when you create a web page, it's like how do you write it? It's, for example, if you go to school, generally because the mode of conversation is English, when you're writing your assignments, you write your words in what? In words. No one is saying anything. We don't write in school.
English?
Yeah, we write it in English because our mother conversation is English. But if you go to a French class, what are you expected to write your answers and your questions in?
In French.
Cool. So now for web pages, when you make web pages, the language you understand is HTML. So when you write your code to make a web page work, you use no one is saying anything.
HTML, hypertext markup language.
Cool. Yeah, you use HTML when you're writing the code for your computer or
People were
school.
typing it in the chat.
Yeah, now I see it. Thanks, guys. You guys rock. So now I'd like to explain like what do you see? But before we do that, the next thing I have for us is when you open a door, what do you do after? Like what do you do next when you open a door?
You step out,
Yeah, and then
you close it.
you close it. So that's what's the difference between HTML and Java? Well, for this level, I'll just say it's the purpose. It's just like French and English. You still communicate with both, but the audience using communicating for either differs. So there are people that you speak English to. Your French teacher would love if you can communicate with them in French. And if you have like other languages, like for example for me, I speak I speak Yoruba too. So there are people that I'm communicating with and I'll speak Yoruba to them. So I'll just like us see this as different languages for different purposes. So now we want to make a website. The language of a website is HTML. Ruby. Ruby is another programming language. There are lots of programming languages. Like, there are lots of programming languages. Like lots. So like, for example, if you notice when I click the HTML option, you see the number of languages that popped up. And this is not even everything. There was a day I discovered that there used to be a language called B. There's a language called C, JavaScript, Haskell, Ada, Elixir, Fortran, PHP, Perl, R, Okla. I don't know this one. UI Kids, Python, Node.js, JShell. Like there are lots of programming languages. It's just like the purpose you're writing for, and no one expects you to know everything. I know how to write Java, C++, Python, C, JavaScript, Node.js, kinda. Oh yeah, yes. HTML. A good number of the rest I don't. I've never even seen. I don't think this is a program language. It's like styling, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's like for the purpose. Yes, PHP. Yeah, CSS is more like a design. It's like, for example, when you write in English, even though we all writing the same thing in English, some of us have nicer handwriting than others, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can assure. I mean, it's not something to boast about, but I don't have the best handwriting. So CSS is more like a way of styling it. So just as we go around and we write we write so nicely. Some have worse handwriting. CSS is like your styling, how everything looks. Oh, my P must look nicer. My H looks nicer. I need colors, things like that. So it's my elsewhere. You guys, if we keep asking about all those programming language, we would not end up building a website. So I will not answer any more questions about languages. But it's like a lot of things that you guys, it's a lot of things to learn about, read about. And thank God for Google.com. It's just like a click away. But if you have any other question, you can send me a message and I'll reply after. But for today, nope, we won't be doing that. Now, going back to the question I asked before, when you open a door, you can come out, you can do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you end up doing what? You end up closing it. And that's one thing that comes in very handy in program and in HTML. You would always have to open a door and close it. So let me create a new HTML file. You know what? I'll just clear what we have. So start a program. To start HTML, you open your door, HTML. You see, it immediately closes the door for you. So I like to see this is as
We should
if
do
you open,
this.
what do you say?
We should type all this as we're
No, I'm
typing.
just explaining right now. You don't have to type anything. I'm explaining. So just follow through to understand what I'm saying. So when you open a door, so for example, if I open my bathroom door or my gates or my living room door, whatever door. Once I open it, I end up doing what? Closing it. Now, to show that you're closing the door you open in HTML, you use like the backslash. Is it backslash or forward slash? I'm always confusing both, but one of the two slashes. This is, so you open the door without a slash, and then you close it exactly with the slash. So it's like open, close, open, close. Now, between opening the door and closing the door, you would walk in, right? There's a couple of activities that happen there. Now, that's what comes into play here. Now, for HTML, generally you have in between the open and the close, you have your head, which is another open and closed door, and then you have your body. Now, all these things are called tags. So you notice that anytime I type it, what happens? It automatically starts closing the doors, right? Yeah, there's H1, H2, we'll get there. Cool. Yeah, nice that you know that. But we're not talking about that yet. So when you open, so when for this is the standard structure of an HTML code. So let's run it. It's gonna show nothing because all that we're doing is we're just opening and closing a bunch of doors. But if you want to like what you see here, what you see like at the top of your tab, is being specified in the head because it's saying this is the head, and the body is like everything you see on the website page. So it's like you got the head and everything you see on the website page. So like
So all everything about the website would be in between the head and the body.
so everything about the head, like the image you see here, the text you see here, you specify it in the head. But everything you see on in the website, like in this page, like this text, the home, the about timeline, the slider images, the text, you specify that in the body. Well, we'll get to talk about the star. So
Should we run the code?
uh you can, but no, it's not necessary. We're just still talking about how all these things come into play. So for example, here I set the title of my image to STEM Up Kids, and that's why we were able to see STEM Up Kids. So let me just say I take this out and move it there. Nothing would happen if I run it. So for example, let me take this text and save it on my desktop. Now I go to my desktop and open it. Let's see what happens.
How did you put the STEM Hub Kids in there? Where did you get it from?
Uh, I typed it in myself. So like to say that in your header, I said in the header is where you say if you have a title or not. So to say that to give it a name, you also have like you come and go into the head and then you start title and then it opens and closes it. Now I want my title to be I'm just trying things out. So if you open it in a typical web page, you see Funke trying things out. For example, let me copy this. Let me take that out and put it into this, one of my try outs. Now this is not important. I just want to show you.
Title.
See,
Okay.
now what do we see there? What do we see? We cannot see anything. What do we see?
I see a page, a blank page.
Yeah, but then at the head of the page, what do you see?
It says see users go desktop trying out HTML.
Okay, but can you see like my cursor? Here, what do you see here?
I don't see your cursor. Okay, I see.
Funky
trying.
teens. Funky
Wait,
trying
we
teens.
ran the code.
Yeah.
Did it take you
So you
there?
see, I put this.
Funky
The
trying
title
teens.
is set in. Funke trying things out. And when you come here, you see what Funke trying things out. But yeah, that's all the cool stuff about today. Let's go to the
How
cooler
did
one.
it do that?
Okay, wait, now I need to see a head. That's a big bag before title. Get the E. Head a bit back. Then body. So body and H2 element at the bottom are important.
Yeah. So the body is where you put like things you see on the page. See that when I come here, there's nothing on the page. It's just like the head, because that's what I said.
Yeah. Yes. I want body 7, head 4.
So
Wait, I just want to see how this works. Nine.
Can you please repeat?
so we're gonna be yeah, you put style in the head section, but we're not talking about putting style in the head section for now. Can you see it now, Maria?
How do you get it to take you to that page?
Takes me to this page. One option is I could click on Control S from here.
Can I see the code again, please? Thank you.
Okay. And then because I saved it, the name of my file ends up showing up in my desktop. And then
Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
When I click run, nothing's happening.
Yeah. Nothing's supposed to show because the page you're on does not have like a head.
But I have a head.
Yeah. So the code we're writing is inside the page. That's why you don't get to see it. But we'll get to how to make yours show later.
I copied what you did.
Yeah.
So why doesn't it work then?
So to make it work, what I did was copy it. See, I copied it.
Yes.
Now in my desktop, I have like a bunch of HTML files I created. I opened one of it with Notepad. And then I paste what I just wrote down. Save it. Close it. And then open it.
Wait, so I make a desktop?
Were you around when we're creating this file? You were not.
I was not.
So what I did was I came here, click on new.
Oh, okay.
Then create a text document. Then I gave it a name, try. Instead of leaving the txt there, I changed the txt to HTML.
So I click on new on the, or I click the tab.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. I'm confused. So you got, wait, this is supposed to be on Microsoft?
On your desktop.
How? I'm confused what you mean by desktop. It's not a searching device.
No, it's just like on your laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if you have a Mac?
Because I have HP, I know that, but okay. So what browser are you using right now?
You guys, can we do this? Let's talk about that later. I just want to show us something that's relatively much more easier and fast to replicate. Do you guys agree? Are we cool with that? We'll talk
Yes.
about how to get that done. I want
Yes.
to show something like this relatively cool and easy to do. So now, cool. So now we are here. Let's forget that I made a title for now. We go into our body. To design, I can easily write stuff here. We are here, and then I run it. Guess what I see? Yeah. So let's try that. Type in the middle of your body. What do you and run it? What do you see? Yeah, it will still work, but let's try this out. What do we see when you type this and click the run button?
It still shows on the box.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you put a text in the body, you see it here, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Now let's write more text. Are you here?
Can we go back and view this after?
Go back to what?
Like, is it recorded?
This is
Does it
Seb,
recall?
Seb is
Yep. So this session is being recorded, and yeah, we will share it with you all in the next few days, I guess. Yep.
okay. Thanks, Seb.
No worries.
So now, can we like
So
write
how
more
am I
stuff?
supposed to? Oh,
Like just
what?
write stuff. Um,
Here we are.
I'm just gonna write the names I see.
Does it matter if you're using like a Mac or like
No, if you're in the one compiler
non-Mac?
page, it does not matter. Once you have your account open, it's gonna do the same thing for everyone. Maybe, let me see everyone's name. I'm just writing your name as it shows on my in my Zoom page. You don't have to do the same. You guys can write anything else. You get that? So if I run it again, what do you think would show?
The names of the kids they wrote.
Yeah, it's gonna show the names of the kids that I wrote. Does this look interesting? Nah.
Not really.
It looks like everything is mashed up on the page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that does not seem exciting. I'm not even excited to see just names everywhere. So that means there should be something else that we can try to make it look better. And that brings us to tags. So there are a couple of tags that you need to know and you get to use over time. You have like tags between H1 to H6, and that just determine the size of what you see. So
Tags.
tags. So tags are like H1, H2. I'm gonna use it to show you what it looks like now. I'm on mute. Can we hear me?
Yes.
What do
I can
tags
hear
do?
you.
So tags are just like,
Yes.
okay, so like, let me try out the tag. Tags are like H1s and 4. So like now I'm trying to, you see, it shows what? H1 tag. It's just like elements that you use in determine how and what you, how things that you see on the page. So like, let's say I pick the H1 tag and I move via here to the middle of it. Let's not forget that the opening and closing of doors when it comes to tags, two holds. So like now, let me run it. Let's see what happens.
Do we need guesses?
Is it on?
Yes.
See?
Where are you?
What do you see now? Your hair is bigger, right?
Yes.
Looks the same for me.
That's what happened to mine, but it was blue.
It
Okay.
looks,
Can
we
you
are
please
here looks
keep
the
it
same
there
to
so
me.
I can copy it?
Oh, why did I put H1?
Um, yeah. It kind of defines how your text looks. So like it defines the font size, how big it is. So like, thanks, this here. So are you here? We have between H1 to H6. What tag
Wait,
do you
I'm
want me to
confused.
try? What tag do you want me to try between H1 to H6? Pick one.
I am confused because that does not happen for me.
So after you put it in, did you click the run button?
Yeah, I clicked run.
And
Now it works.
yeah, so it's most likely you forgot to click the run button. Because one thing I tell people is computers are not the smartest.
Yes.
They do computers do exactly what you tell it to do. If you tell computer don't do anything, it's not gonna do anything. If you don't click the run button, it's just gonna look at you like, okay, I guess we're all looking at each other.
Yes, so.
Yes, already spoke about the tags, like the H1, the body, head, and HTML. Is there anything in particular you're asking about, Maria? So now, I want to try out another tag between H1 to H6. Someone should pick one. Oh, no, let's just leave it to voting. People should type in the tags they want to see. Between H1, I'll type in the option H1, H2.
What did you say?
Give me a second, I'm going to type it in. So now, we have the 6 options. I want to try out another of this tag. I'm leaving it up to vote. Let's pick one and type in. So I'm getting a poll of what we want to see next. H1, do you want to see H1, H2, H3? Don't say it, type it.
How do you get the tabs?
Oh,
If
sorry, I
you
think I
want
said
H1, type, if you want the H's, type, we want tags.
yeah, so if you want H1, if you want either of them, so like any other, send me H4. So do you want H5, H6, H2? Pick one and type in.
So we can only pick one.
Yeah, I just want to pick one. Yeah, for now. I just pick one. I'm waiting for the votes. H1, H6, okay. We are 20. I can only see 3 people. H2, okay. I'm waiting for the rest of us. Marianne, what do you pick? Alexandra, are you with us? Because they just asked that people should pick between H1 to H6 about the font they want to see. Like, do we don't want to see H1, H2, H3, or H6? So the polls are still coming in. I have two H2s, one H4, one of, yeah. So, Coinsola, what do you want to see? Eniola, what do you want to see? Luca, what do you want to see? Okay, another H4. Lokwe, what do you want to see? Okay, H3. Okay, so for the time then, I've seen three H2s, two H4s. So H2 it is. So now I come to this line and I try out H2. And I move this text into the middle of the doors that we have. Now, let me click the run button. What do we think we'll see? What do we think we'll see?
It will be smaller than H1.
Yeah, but would it be smaller than the list of names we have?
No.
It's just bigger, but not as big as H1.
Oh, you guys are so good. And yeah, we have it. Can you see that?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Ma, why do we need style?
I'm just trying out something. So I can use style to define if I want something else to show. So let's say I want to have let's come here and see this. Let's say I want to have a color. I'll put it in style. See? And now we have a color. Do you get that? Like style is saying, yeah, as in a different color. Style is saying, oh, I want to try out something else. I could also say, oh, I want the text to be on the line. So for now, I just put a color. But generally, when you're setting a color, you just need like six digits. So like, for example, I can try 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And it's going to be another color because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's run it. Oh, it's a different shade. See, it's like kind of brown, but it's not that glaring. So let me make it a different color again.
Okay, I
1,
see
2,
now.
3, 4, 5. So I try another color. I run it.
So
It's pretty much black.
it doesn't change color for me.
Yeah. Let's try 2, 2.
Excuse me?
So if I run it with
Excuse
this,
me?
yes, yeah, I'm
It
listening.
doesn't change color.
Did you run it?
Yes.
Let's try this. Let's try some color picker. So now, there are like lots of colors here, right?
Yes.
So now if I want my text to show me this color, I'm just gonna copy it.
Can you go back?
Go back to it. To here.
Yeah.
So like now I change the color to this. And it's gonna be red. Red. So you need to run it before the color changes. If you don't run it,
Okay.
the color won't change.
Bro, can you show me the code? I want to see it so I can get it right.
What?
The code.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me copy it and put it in the
You
chat.
okay?
So it's easier for you guys to like copy and use. So you see, now we have a new color. So let's say, for example, I want my H2 to be, what color do you want H2 to look like? What color do you want the H2 to be? Pink. Okay, let's pick another color because pink will be too close to red and it might be hard for us to distinguish. Okay, green, 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 green. So we come here. This looks like green, right? So let's pick it. You come here.
Now it works.
H2. I do style again. Put in color. And then I put in the color we just found. Oh. And then I run it. And what color do we see? Green. Yay. So are we able to get our colors out? Yeah. Okay. You want to see blue. You know, let's just put another text. So let's try H6. Let's see what it looks like.
What does the random color look like?
The what?
What does the random?
The what?
I was saying, what does it look like?
This is it. This is red.
Random color picker. So.
Yeah, so I just went to a random color picker because it's hard for me to know the values. So I just let computer do like this hard
Can
thinking
you
for
put
us.
the link?
Yeah, let me put the link for us so we can just pick any color we want. So, oh, I sent it to just one person. Sorry, everybody. So you can go there and pick any color you want. Now I see blue. I think I like light blue. I like this kind of blue. So let's try that out. If you notice the color I pick is the one that has the ash. So when you're picking colors that you want to play with, do same. So now, I said I wanted to try H6 the other time. So let's try H6. I think I'm loving colors. I think I'm loving the colors. Now I set a style to it.
I have to go right now.
What's that? Who's talking right now?
Mateo.
Oh, okay. Can we go to, oh, let me see this. Inyola said I should try this out. Let me see. Okay, I think you meant UI gradients. Ooh. Nice color. Let's save the gradient. So yeah, this is a nice color. Copied. And then we come here and we change the blue. No, let's change the green to it. And what do we have? Boom! A new color. Yay! Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, can you see that? Do you really understand how these names are all like on the same line? Wouldn't it be better
Hey,
if
can you please stay at the code so that we can copy it?
okay. You guys understand what all this is about? Yes, no, maybe. Cool.
Understand it too.
That's nice. You
Wait,
guys are so good.
when
And
did
if
you
you
all
have
put
questions,
H6?
I just did it like a couple of minutes ago because I wanted to try H6. And then if you notice, H6 is so tiny. It's so tiny. I want us to, on between the H2 and H6, I want us to create our own tags for H3, H4, and H5 and put different text in it with different colors. Can we do that? Give me a second. I'm trying to. It said it's not. Click the run button. Did you try clicking the run button? Because it's normal. If you forget to click the run button, nothing will show. So like now, I click the run button, it runs, and then boom, I see some magic.
So something's wrong.
Another thing, it's easy for you to forget to put your closing brackets here and there.
Question. Why my how what do I do if my letters are orange?
To make your letters orange,
No,
well,
not to make my letters orange. In the actual code,
okay.
my letters are orange when the others are just black.
So, um, this is called an ID. An ID is like an intelligent,
Mine can't change color.
the color of this. Can you guys put in your questions as in the chat so that it's easy for me to like follow through one after the other. So the first question was why do we have the tags having like
Yeah,
various
but
colors and things like that? This is
I'm
an
pretty
intelligent.
sure the IDs are blocking for my letters.
So it's like this is what we call IDs, and what happens in IDs is that it's trying to arrange your code in such a way that it's easy for you to understand what's going on. If you notice here, we have every text that I want to show here on this side of the page, it's black. But now for the tags that we have, it's in like something like I don't even know what color to call it, like light lilac or something like that. But then for when it comes to having a style, like a color, it shows it as red. So it's easy for you to differentiate between it. Now, how did I get the color? I went to the text that I sent, the link I posted earlier on.
Okay, yeah.
I went to the link I posted earlier on, which is this. And from, I sent it to the wrong person. And from there, I was able to like pick colors that I like. Like if I like this color, I'll pick it and use it. So you put in style. Style is just saying that this is, I'm gonna be doing something with this.
Is there a way to make a random color for the random color picker sites? For the pick color sites? Is
You
there
can
a
just
way
pick
to
any
get
color.
a random color?
Yeah, some you can come here and like pick a spot on this. So like if I pick,
Yeah, exactly. But as in generally, just click a button and it randomly picks a color.
uh,
That sort of thing.
so yeah, can you see that the colors change?
That's not what I meant.
Okay, what do you mean?
So you know how there's random generators, right?
Oh yeah, random. There will
Uh,
be, there is, but it's not on this page. You just you pick what you want for this page.
okay.
Okay. So for the rest of us, I'll say that I'll copy whatever I have on this page and paste it in the chat. And I want us to just copy it and paste it on our page. And let's see what that looks like. So like here, I see it's clear, right? So I posted in the chat. So
I
let's
typed in the exact same thing and it still doesn't work. And I run.
see. Now I copy and paste exactly what I have in the chat. So copy from the HTML to the end and go to your index.html file and paste it. So when you paste it, run it again. Bada bada boom, and you have exactly what I have. Does that work for you? Yes, no, maybe you're still trying it. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, to try out
it works
stuff from
for
home.
me.
Good, nice. So what about the rest of us? So are we all on the same page? Nice. If it's not working for you, let me know. Does not make anything you're doing wrong. It's just maybe you need a little more help in explaining something and you're gonna be on the same page with everyone. Okay, cool. Desiree, what's the issue? Yours have a wall on it because see, I posted a couple of HTML code and in the chat, and I asked everyone to just copy exactly what I posted in the chat and paste it on their in their index.html file. So like come here, delete anything you have there, and paste what I just sent to you guys there, and then you run it. So you need to click the run button. If you don't click the run button, you will not see anything.
Um, something isn't working for me.
Okay. What do you see?
Well, for the colors,
Mm-hmm.
when I put in the colors, picked my own specific color,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not changing.
Did you run it after changing the color?
Yes, I run it, and it's not changing.
Can
It's
you run it
only
again?
yeah, it's only black.
Another thing is when you change,
I pick my food upstairs.
Oh,
When
never
you change the
mind.
color,
I found it.
Yes.
Small error.
yeah, it's most like an error. Like I keep saying,
I
computer
think.
is not so fast.
Nope,
Smarter
it
than
still doesn't work well.
Another thing is, if you look at your code, do you see like a red icon on like the numbers? So like for example, if I remove this, see how everything turns red?
That that doesn't. For me, it turns orange.
Oh, um, so
But
let's take it one after the other. Did you clear
as
off everything that you have on your page?
oh, never mind. Found it. I think this time for real.
Yeah, thanks,
Yep, I
Maria.
found
That's
it. It works.
perfect.
I
Who else is having issues? Oh, nice. Desiree, you're back with us. Alexandra, are you still having issues? So now, the next thing I want to talk about before we go home and try out more stuff is, can you see that the names we wrote out, everything is appearing on a line, but it would be better if we like have our names showing on different lines, right? Right? Wouldn't you prefer if your names are showing like on different lines? Yes,
I'll
no,
prefer that.
yeah, cool.
um.
So now,
Then all you do is just space them out.
yeah, but then let's see if that works.
Luca Crespo.
Yeah, that's someone's name. Hopefully, I am guessing the spacing of your names correctly. I mean, some of us, our names, I didn't put in our name. It's not because you guys are not dear to my heart. It's just like I picked the first few names I see on my screen. So your name shows here, your name does not show here. You're still my favorite. So
Okay.
now I save that and then I run it. Guess what? It does not
No.
even understand that I just did that. I just went through the stress of putting spaces between this thing and nothing changed. That seems unfair, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, to know it. But then the truth is, the computer does not understand what I just did.
So you have to
I
type
do-
a specific code to
yeah,
make it understand.
yeah, I need to type a specific code to make it understand. Cool, yeah. So now, I'm going to be trying the word called paragraph, which means I need a new line. Put it on a new line.
I'm writing my own.
Paragraph.
Yeah, it's P.
So destiny paragraph. Or
Yeah,
just P.
yeah,
And then put destiny between it.
yeah.
Desire.
Uh,
Okay, I'll try that.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm gonna click the run button. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? Usually, if you guys I see in person, I would generally like someone else to click the button, cause
So I put just the P.
yeah, and you see, Desiree is on her own line. She's not on the line with everyone else because
Wait, let me. So we just put P in between them all.
yeah,
Okay, P.
just
Ma,
try for two. You don't have to try for everything. Let's just see how that looks. So like now, let me try for Shola for me to run it. Guess what? Shola for me is on our own line.
Yes, I
Yay!
guess we still have things. Wait.
See,
So do we pick a color?
we can put a color for Desiree. So like, let's say for example, I want Desiree to have the same color with a U here. Okay, I remember Desiree
That's a
wanted,
lot more work than the stress of putting them down like that.
I remember Desiree said she likes pink. So let me use pink for Desiree. And then you see that there's pop-up going on. When you see the pop-up, you can easily click on it. You don't have to write again. So the pop-up, that's why it's a smart ID. So now I give Desiree a color. And guess what we see?
Wait,
What do we see? What do we see? What do
wait.
we see? Desiree is now pink. Yay.
Wait.
Guys, are we all on the same page? Did we get what I'm saying? Eniola, it's been a while I heard you. Are you able to get?
Understand.
I'm understanding.
Yeah, cool. Luca, you guys, I like when people like put it in the chat. Yeah, I get, I understand. Makes me feel happy. Don't you guys want me to be happy? Oh, thanks, Maria. Thanks, Coinisola. Caleb, Marianne. You guys, are we all on the same page?
Yes, we are.
Nice, thanks. Lope. Mila. We all on the same page? Talia, Adekoya, Hey. Cool. So now, another thing I want to try is, it's so stressful that I have to put the P before and after. What if I don't even really want to put a style in the middle? I just want it to move to a new line. Now I can just try BR. Now BR is like one of the few tags that you don't need to open and close though. You just put BR and it's done. So BR means break the line. So break the line.
Break the line. That's all we
Yeah.
need to do.
Yeah, so you see,
So we did it. So we don't need to put P.
you don't need to put P. BR is another way to put a break in the middle. So now I'm just gonna use PR for everyone else.
So I could just do the.
And now let's run it. Boom, 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 boom,
Is
boom, boom,
Lucas
boom.
Crespo a full name or different names?
It's a full name. It's, I think, the first name and the last name, right, Luca? So now I think there are a couple of names I did not put in. Let me go and look for the names. I did not put in a Adekoya. Owl.
Wait, so for BR, we just put BR like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does not need an open and close tag. It's one of the few ones that does not like, it's more like, I would say it's more
So
like,
does BR go over or under?
either way, it's the same thing. It just says, so like if I put right Marianne BR, it says after Marianne, break the line. You get, so like their names, Julia.
How can we number the line?
You don't need to, why do you want to number the line? It's just, this numbering system is for you to understand what's going on. It's not, you don't need to number the line. Or you want to like write one Desiree, two If you want this, you can just always put one dot and it comes the way you put it in. Like I
If I
did,
click run. Yep.
see? One, there's three. Two, show off only.
How do we make color for BR?
No, you cannot make colors for BR because there's
Oh.
nothing in the BR. So you see, for P, there's something in between the open the P and the closing of the P. That's why you can put a color there. So it's like when you open a door, you go through the door and you close it. But if all I am doing is, uh, what's one thing that you don't really need to? Yeah, if all I'm doing is throwing something from um from like a second story building to the ground. There's
Okay.
nothing you're expecting to happen. It's just you done it. That's
Can
all.
you put the piece P please in the chat? I have to try
Huh?
something. With the color.
What is it?
Oh, okay. Let me put this in here. Yeah. So I'm trying to write everyone else's name. And we're just about on time. So I'm just gonna copy the last few names I do have. While I wait for the rest of us, if you have questions, let me know.
What do you mean?
It's 12, so we're done with today's class. We've been able to learn how to like style text, and we've been able to learn how to put create wireframes. So if anyone asks you like, what's your journey? How was your journey to becoming a software engineer, web developer? You can show them your wireframe and show them the fact that you can style.
BR means break line.
What do you say?
BR means break line.
I didn't hear what you said.
So then what does BR stand for?
BR is break line. Break line.
Exactly, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry. So let me put everyone else's name. I think I can do.
Who's Koin Soa? Oh, sorry. But can you put the P with the color in the chat, please?
Yeah, I did that already.
No, you didn't.
Oh, sorry, I sent it to someone. Yeah. Nice, that's it. That's cool. You guys should be proud of yourselves. You guys did amazing well, amazingly well. Sorry, turn off for me. I thought I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Uh, and then we have Archangel. I'm forgetting your name again, Archangel. Please next time try and use your real name when you're coming online. So now I have to write Archangel. So
Hello?
yeah. Do you have any more questions? I think we're done for today. What I'd like us to try out is we already work with H1, H2, H6. I need us to try out H3, H4, and H5. Can you guys do that for me over the weekend?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi there. Just got a quick question.
Need to try what? 8.5?
Please, can you guys send in your questions as text, Fred and
We have to do what?
Ines? So I said we should try out H3, H4, and H5. We already
I
worked with
did that.
Ooh, cool. That's cool.
Hello?
Hi.
Remove the H5.
Will you be sending out the recorded version of the session to the emails of the parents that registered the children?
Yes, we will be.
Okay, and in that email, will you also include the links to the other websites that we went to for like the color and all the other stuff that was part of this session?
Yeah, I can add that to it.
Because I think the chat, the link that you sent, that'll disappear, right? So we may not remember where to go after.
Oh, okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I will do that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So am I missing anyone else's name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm missing someone's name. Shola from his name is there. I'm just using this while away time and see if you have any more questions. We are done here.
Ma, what of Caleb?
Yeah, thanks. I just saw that. Caleb.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
You guys try out stuff. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you next week.
We have to leave now.
We're done. So you guys can go.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
Okay,
You guys
thank you.
plan where
Bye.
you went. Bye.
Bye. Next week at 10 a.m.
Yes, next week is
Okay.
10 a.m. And you guys should not come late. Do not come late.
Okay.
Auntie,
Bye.
Bye.
I'm okay. Never mind. It's fine.
If you have questions, you can stay behind and ask me. I'm eager to answer your question. Else, we're done here.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you, the instructor and the facilitator. This is the first time for us and my kids, so I really appreciate the patience with the kids and the pace. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thanks, Miriam.